Today, you're going to learn real, everyday English in a way you've never experienced before. You're going to leave the classroom and head for the skies on a hot air balloon ride, where you'll learn English that you won't find in a textbook. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this. We begin our journey in a large open field, somewhere in the south of England. It's dawn, and the air feels wonderfully crisp, that pleasant, cool and fresh feeling. Our balloon is readied with a powerful blast from the burner. And as the basket gives a gentle lurch, which is a small sudden movement, we're lifting off. As we climb, we get a true bird's eye view, which is a common expression for seeing something from high above. The ground is receding below us. And we can see green fields which are divided by dark green hedgerows. From up here, the countryside looks like a patchwork quilt. Looking down now, you can see a canal. These waterways were once used for transporting goods, but these days they're mainly used for recreation, in other words, for pleasure. Drifting on, you can see a farmer doing some graft, which is a great informal word for hard work. Notice the clear difference between the manicured part of the field, that's the neat part, and the longer uncut grass. Now we're drifting towards a town. The houses on the edge here are the outskirts. And as we get closer to the centre, the buildings become more densely packed. You can see a church with a tall pointed spire, which often serves as a useful landmark. From our bird's eye view, we can see the town's entire layout. And there's a very familiar scene, a supermarket car park. It's absolutely bustling with people, meaning it's full of energy and activity. Down there, people are doing their weekly shop. It's a real slice of life, a snapshot of a normal Saturday morning. Now we're leaving the town behind. Below us are the main arteries of the country, the roads and railway lines. Just over there you can see a large stately home. Many of these grand old houses have now been converted into posh or expensive and stylish hotels. Look, you can see a train snaking its way through the landscape, following the contours of the land as we journey to a much larger conurbation. And there it is on the horizon, a real example of urban sprawl. As we get closer, you can see the mix of modern glass skyscrapers and older concrete tower blocks. British cities are often a real jumble of different architectural styles. As we fly over the River Thames, this is one landmark you will definitely recognise. We're over London, the capital. There you can see the iconic London Eye. Iconic means very famous and representative of a place. When I lived in London, I rarely drove. The roads were always too chock-a-block with traffic. So I mainly used the train. This train just arriving will complete its journey underground, disappearing beneath the streets, carrying commuters, that's people travelling to and from work. Let's follow this train out of the city. In the UK, you don't have to travel far to be back in the countryside. Now we're drifting over rolling hills. That vehicle below us is a camper van. Exploring the country this way has become very popular. People call it a staycation. In other words, they have a holiday in their home country. Here's a more classic rural scene. A shepherd is herding his flock of sheep. The dogs are highly trained working animals, and their ability to control hundreds of sheep is a real display of teamwork. As we pass over more farmland, you can see it's become common for farmers to allow wind farms to be built on their land. These turbines generate a lot of power from the wind, as well as a lot of money for the farmers. The landscape is becoming more rugged now, more wild and uneven. It feels remote. Look at how the road and railway line hug the side of the hill. sharp edge at the top is called a ridge. And we're not the only ones enjoying the view. Those people down there have hiked to the summit. They know they've reached the top because they're standing next to a cairn. Hiking and hill climbing are a popular pastime here. As we travel lower or descend, you can see an isolated cottage. In everyday English, we'd probably say that this place is in the middle of nowhere. This looks like a lake. But it's a reservoir. It's a place built to store fresh drinking water. Next, our journey is taking us to the coastline, where the land meets the sea. Those rocks look very craggy, which is a great word for something that's rough and uneven. They have been sculpted by centuries of erosion. And here is perhaps the most famous part of the British coastline, the White Cliffs of Dover. They're a powerful symbol of Britain, and sailors for centuries have seen them and know they were on their way home. Now we're flying over a classic British seaside resort. The long structure stretching into the sea is a pier. Piers became popular when Queen Victoria ruled. This is known as the Victorian era. And people would promenade, which is a lovely old word for walking in a relaxed way for pleasure. And they would enjoy the bracing sea air. These days, they're often home to amusement arcades and stalls selling fish and chips, a staple of any trip to the British seaside. Now our balloon is beginning to descend again. We're aiming for that field just past the forest. We're coming in for a smooth landing. From the quiet, crisp dawn in the fields to the hustle and bustle of the city and the majestic coastline. You've seen many different facets of the UK from a unique perspective. Our journey doesn't end here though. First, if you haven't already received your free guide to this lesson, which includes all the important vocabulary and a quiz to test your knowledge, just click the link in the description and get your totally free copy. Then carry on by watching this next video, which is packed full of useful everyday English. Give it a click and I'll see you there.